Hey, what's up guys? We are doing a review for the Nanuk 935 case. My name is Alejandro and this is my channel, Alejandro Films, and I'm inviting you to see what this case is all about. So in this video, we're gonna talk about why I ended up going for this case. I am a huge fan of analyzing every single detail in anything I buy and compare it with everything else. So after, I would say, a cumulative hour of research, I ended up going with this. And the number one thing that made me go for this as opposed to some of the competitors in the similar price range was, one, that it is NK7 resin. That's what this is made out of. And I don't know what that really means, but I do know that the others, the competitors, are made out of ABS plastic. And this just seems like a much more robust building material overall. Now, there's Pelican cases, which is what I have heard of in the beginning. And honestly, this is my first case. So my knowledge of things or features, it will be kind of limited, but I'm just gonna show you what we found inside. So let's start with this things over here. They open quite nice, and I've heard this is a good feature that people seem to like, even over the Pelican cases. They feel like they're gonna get this latched in correctly, and people do seem to enjoy that. And let's go ahead and open it. So, woo, we have our set with dividers. So we could have different options. You could have some dividers here. You could also have this dividers here for the bigger stuff. And let's go ahead and open that. Some instructions, which I never read them until I need to. A little welcome to the family. Thank you for your purchase. Thank you for making this. Very important. Do not put babies inside. Little sticker, which I'll probably put somewhere around here. Okay, so this option came with these dividers. As you can see, you can take it out, and you can have it fully open. You can have some with foam that you can carve yourself for more particular items, or you can have another variation with this, which is something called N cubic. I'm not really sure, but it was $50 higher, and that was not really what I was trying to go for. So this is, I think, a very happy medium out of everything. Seeing the latches, we see that we have some rings here for some locks, which it might be of a bigger size, but it's nice to know that they give you that option to further protect your stuff. I think a lot of people have, I don't know, maybe close to 10 grand sometimes in this. So it's nice to know that you can at least put some locks in. So going into this, we have this zippers, which, yeah, they This is where I would hold the little cables, items that I usually have in a bag, which it's a complete disaster to find sometimes. Let's see what we got here. So this is something that we can actually put, and apparently this came already installed. Also, I did see that you can have this over here, which serves as a pocket where people put their iPads, laptops, and yeah, it feels pretty secure in there. Another good thing about this case is that it is travel friendly. You can put them in the overhead bin in airports, airplanes. And it's nice to know, at least now that I don't have so much equipment, I can fit a lot of things here, which we will see what we can fit. Now, the overall look of the item, it's really nice. I like these edges. It's something like what sports cars so add to their design, just to make it a little bit more attractive. And it's really nice. These are made out of plastic, but they seem very rough. It is completely waterproof, so they claim that you can fall into the river, and as long as you dive in there and look for it, your stuff is gonna be safe. Which, I'm not gonna guarantee you that, but just in case that were to happen, they claim that it is. Now, it has this handle over here, which is what I think most people are gonna grab it by. It has also an air pressure valve, which I don't know what that means. So we have the automatic pressure equalization valve. And it's this thing over here. And what it does is that it equalizes air pressure inside the case to prevent it from becoming too hard to open after altitude or temperature changes. Super useful when flying or moving between elevations. Cool. Yeah, I guess if it's also travel friendly, it's a nice thing to have. The wheels, people also say that they're very nice, nicer than the Pelican cases. So let's... Well, yeah, this is quite smooth. I don't feel any resistance on them. So we have our handle over here to carry it along in our travels and airports and whatever else you might want it to go along. We have this handle right here, which I like that it really gets out a little bit and then it really holds tight, and this right here feels rubberish, which is kind of nice. Not necessarily because of the grip, but because of how it feels. I don't want to make this review super long. I just kind of want to go over the things that I see firsthand. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice small case. Nothing too big. Let's open it one more time and see what final stuff I have to say before we start packing it with the stuff that I have. Now, as far as the dividers, we can customize it. Can take them out, put it at different size for whatever you want to carry. This is obviously to hold the most important things in place. And something that I also saw that made me want to go for this is that it has lifetime warranty. So any defects or things that you might come across with, they got you set for that lifetime warranty, as opposed to other ones where they were mostly like a 1-year warranty. I will also post an affiliate link that if you wish to buy from there, it's not gonna cost you any extra. It just helps me get some form of commission for having the item for you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. That means so much to me, and it means a lot to the channel for it to keep growing. Subscribe, because I'm gonna keep putting stuff like this at least once a week. I really want to show what being consistent in YouTube does for you. And if you are ever in my position, you will see what your like will mean to the channel. If you have any questions, leave a comment as well, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you.